Then Abigail made haste and took 200 loaves and 2 bottles of wine and 5 sheep ready dressed, and 5 measures of parched corn and 100 clusters of grapes, and 200 cakes of figs, and laid them on asses. And she said unto her servant, Go on before me, behold, I come after you. But she told not her husband. I'm going to stop right there for a minute. So we see in this story, it begins, it brings in David. David was out there in the wilderness. And the thing was that, you know, when you over people, he really was looking out for himself and his people that were with him. Like I said, he was on the run, from Saul and everything. And this time, being that Nabal, he was a rich man, so it really would have been nothing for him to give to them. It wouldn't have been a hurt to him in any type way. But being the Bible says a man of Belial, so it, the spirit, if you got the spirit, a good spirit in you, especially when you're rich and you can do, you want to just turn down people in need. But being that he wasn't, had no spirit of God in him, and like I say, people like that are selfish, and they'll rather, they'll rather let good things go to waste than to just get it to somebody else. You got people just like that in life. They'll rather, instead of doing good with the excess, they'll rather just throw it away. And I'm betting that's kind of the position, like I say, how he was, because he was a rich man. But however, David sent his man just to ask them, and like I say, in an humble way, and they didn't get an humble response from the man. And like I say, that made David angry. He was going through a whole lot. Like I say, when you're going through a whole lot, sometimes certain things can, what they call it, exacerbate those things or make them worse. He already on edge, so that probably that ticked him off even more.